The beginning of the offseason workouts means Jacksonville Jaguar fans will get a little taste, a little feel for what the offseason is going to bring after such an exciting finish to 22. Luke Fortner joins us now on XL Primetime. Luke, welcome in. How are you, bud?
I'm doing really well. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, man, we appreciate you taking the time. And, we're fired up because we just ran the press conferences for Trevor and for Calvin, for Foye. How fired up are you to come back in after being drafted a year ago and know that you're playing for big prizes now?
Yeah, I'm absolutely pumped. Last year was a ton of learning for me and, for the team as a whole, and to come back and have that experience to build on and be back with the guys, it's really good.
Luke, Trevor actually just noted in his press conference down at the bank about a time late in the season where you noticed it was cover zero and you called it out. And he said you don't see centers, let alone rookie centers, guys along the line that identify that and call it out. Describe for us your evolution. When did you feel like you could make those calls, make those checks, and you were recognizing them?
Credit to the guys and the guys around me and Trevor, because I felt like I could do that the whole time. Now, did I know it the whole time? No, but there was never any ill feelings about me speaking up and speaking my mind of what I think, and it's just a credit to them to being humble and just being great teammates.
So, Luke, I'm sure you all text and call each other in the couple of months you're away from the facility, but the day you all got back together as a team, you walk in that facility, what was that like for you?
Oh, it's like back to school. When the summer gets a little too long and you're kind of ready to go back and you've had fun, but you miss everybody. That's exactly how it is.
Do you guys feel like it's something unique building right now?
Oh, 100%. Obviously I wasn't here in previous years, but all the guys just talk about how much better the energy is and how positive everyone is and just how happy everyone is to be around each other and get to work again for another year.
Yeah, there's no question. We wondered what the definition of culture was, and then we figured it out quickly with how things happen. So take us back real quick, if you can, and maybe just give us a little capsule of what it was like. Jaguar fans would love to hear this. You're down by a huge number against the LA Chargers, and then you come charging back, score before the half, and then obviously take over the second half. Can you take us back to that night?
Yeah, it was obviously electric. It was weird because we went into the game really confident. We'd obviously played them earlier in the season and felt good about the game plan and whatnot, and things just didn't work our way. And testament to the coaching staff and the team, and we talked about the other day, that locker room, there was zero panic. It was everyone knew that we were, on the right track, just things hadn't worked out for us. So to watch Trevor have the first half he did and then have the second half he did, he deserves it all. He works his butt off, and to have that comeback happen and be a part of it was truly electric.
A couple more for Jaguars center Luke Fortner on the Farrah and Farrah phone line. Luke, for you, first full off season in the National Football League. This time last year, you're getting ready for the draft. And so it's also your first off season of seeing free agency, seeing some guys leave, some guys come in. What was it like for you to, see Jawan Taylor, say goodbye, but also get paid? And now also, how high is your confidence in Walker Little stepping in to the other tackle spot and then Cam also returning from injury?
Yeah, so happy for Jawan and so lucky to be able to learn from him for a year. He obviously deserves everything he got, and I'm so excited to watch him play. In terms of Walker, he obviously did an incredible job toward the end of the season, and that was the kind of work he was putting in the beginning of the season when he didn't have that starting spot, but he always knew that he would be the guy to step up. So that hard work paid off for him, and obviously Cam's a great player, and really excited to watch him work this year.
Hey, Luke, a former teammate of yours, Will Levis, going to be picked in the first 5 picks in the draft next week. Tell us what you know about him and what he's like. You obviously were close when you were there, but what's he like as a guy?
Yeah, he's a great dude. He's an extreme competitor. He came into Kentucky from Penn State and immediately set the tone and took control of the offense and the team, and everyone knew he was there to play ball. I'm excited for him. I think he's going to have a really successful NFL career. I don't know if I agree with his TikToks, but hey, everybody's got their vice, right?
That's why you live in Jacksonville. Yeah. That's why you're not eating mayo elsewhere. Isn't that right, Luke?
That's correct. I don't think I'm quite the Mayo fan he is.
Well, stay on that subject. Just your life here. How has it been? What do you like the most about it? What have you fallen in love with in Duval?
I really do love it here. especially coming back and not having to worry about, meeting a bunch of new people and moving into a new place. So I'm really excited about being back. And I didn't know if I'd love the warm weather, but I have fallen in love with it. And when I was back in Kentucky, I was getting pretty cold. So I'm glad to be back.
The blood is thinning out. I am curious, Luke,
Yep.
how much research have you done / history searching with regards to the history of the center position here in Jacksonville? Obviously, since 2003, I believe it is, there's only been 3 of you guys, Brandon Linder, yourself, and Brad Meester. I'm just curious if you've looked into kind of that history with the team and that position specifically.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet Linder, and obviously the guys all love him, and he, loves talking to the guys. So meeting him was really cool. And like you said, to see there's only been 3, I mean, that's a heck of a legacy. So just to know I'm following those footsteps, hopefully, and can continue to work hard and do it justice would be awesome.
So what did your position coach, Phil Rasher, tell you at your exit interview that he'd like to see you work on, and what do you think you need to work on?
Yeah, his point was just get stronger. I mean, obviously you play against some big guys, and you look at guys like Brandon Sheriff and Tyler Shatley, and they are just unbelievably strong, unhumanly strong. So just continue to work on that. And, he kind of said the football stuff, we'll have plenty of time to work on that. The one thing you need to do is just continue to get stronger. And I think for myself, that's 100% true. And then mentally for me, I'd like to continue to kind of build my playbook knowledge and offensive knowledge and just football knowledge in general.
Luke, as a team, have you guys addressed the expectations, the idea of, soon when these previews start coming out in August in the magazines and the TV shows, you guys are going to be a Super Bowl sleeper. Have you guys even addressed that at all?
Yeah, we had a conversation about expectations, right? And obviously the fans and the media have their expectations, but with us, our expectations were that high last year, right? And so kind of mirroring that process we took last year with some minor tweaks, because obviously the process ended up working out pretty well. And while we didn't get all the way, we were close. So just finding those minor tweaks we need to make sure that we can make it all the way this year is definitely on our thought process. But when you're this far out, it's easy to get ahead of yourself. So right now it's just about building that camaraderie and becoming a team.
Now, Luke, I know we've spoken with you before on XL Primetime, so you're officially a friend of the program. I'm not sure how often you listen, though. We actually did our first ever award show back in February, and it was entitled The Deweys.
The Deweys.
And we had Andrew Wingard on the phone to help present some of those awards, and you actually won 2 Deweys this year.
Yeah.
So we would like to formally congratulate you on your 2 Dewey nominations and victories.
Rookie of the Year and Offensive Lineman of the Year.
You're probably saying, where's the hardware, right?
Well, I mean, I just can't believe Dewey hasn't brought this up to me. That's what's crazy.
Well, we're going to try and get some hardware for next year. So you guys, we'll dare you to put it on your mantle and celebrate. All right, so real quick before you leave, as a Dewey Award winner, peg in the ground, hooking a fish, what's that one thing off the football field that you like?
Oh, man. I'm really working on my golf skills. I shot a 65 the other day.
What?
In 9.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, yeah.
So we're working on it. We're getting better, but I'm working on that right now as well.
I was going to say, I gave Trevor flack this morning. Somebody told me that he broke 90. Apparently it was last year, not this offseason.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, he's got to be taking lessons from you, Luke. That's where all the golf prowess resides.
Yeah, it definitely pushes my athletic limits, that's for sure.
Listen, man, Duval loves you. You came in, you started as a starter right away. So best of luck. Enjoy the time that you have and the work you're putting in.
Thank you guys so much.